The great hall of the Galactic Council sparkled like a sea of stars. Ambassador Do-Won Kim stood tall, his gray hair neat, and his blue Earth uniform pressed perfectly. His hands did not shake, but his heart beat fast. This was Earth's big moment, their chance to join the most powerful group in the galaxy. Species, human, planet, Earth. Step forward, called out the head speaker. Their voice echoed through the massive chamber. Do-Won walked to the center platform. Around him, hundreds of alien representatives sat in rising circles, like a giant bowl reaching up into darkness. Some had scales, others had fur, and a few even glowed. All of them watched him with their strange eyes. Earth has asked to join the Galactic Council, the head speaker said. We have studied your species for 50 years. We have watched your wars, your peace treaties, your technology growth, and your space travel. Now we will vote. Do-Won stood straight and proud. Behind him, his small team waited nervously. His daughter Jae-Yun, Earth's top military planner, kept her face calm, but her fingers tapped silently against her leg, a habit she had since childhood when she was worried. The voting began. Light panels in front of each representative turned either green for yes or red for no. Do-Won watched as more and more red lights appeared. His stomach felt heavy. The vote is complete, the head speaker announced. Earth's request to join the Galactic Council is denied. Reason: humans are too unpredictable and aggressive for galactic society. The words hit like a punch. Do-Won's face stayed professional, but inside he felt sick. 50 years of work, gone in minutes. We understand your technology is growing quickly, the head speaker continued. Therefore, the Council has added these rules. Earth cannot expand beyond its solar system. Earth cannot trade with Council worlds. Earth cannot develop certain weapons or space travel technology. These rules are for galaxy safety. Jae-Yun stepped forward, her black hair swinging with the quick movement. You can't restrict us like children, she said sharply. The Council's decision is final, the head speaker said. This meeting is over. The alien representatives began to leave. Some looked sorry, others looked pleased, but most didn't look at the humans at all. In their small ship flying back to Earth, Do-Won sat quietly looking at the stars. Jae-Yun paced the room, her anger finally showing. They're afraid of us, she said. They saw how fast we learned, how quickly we caught up to their technology. They don't want competition. Perhaps, Do-Won said softly. But anger won't help us now. Jae-Yun stopped pacing. A small smile appeared on her face. The same smile she got as a child when she had a clever idea. No, father. Anger won't help, but action will. She pulled up a star map on the ship's screen. They won't let us join their empire. Fine. We'll build our own. Do-Won looked at his daughter carefully. The Council has existed for thousands of years. They control most known space. How could we possibly compete with that? Because we're human, Jae-Yun said, her eyes bright with determination. When has anyone ever succeeded in telling humans they can't do something? They think we're unpredictable. Let's show them just how unpredictable we can be. Do-Won thought about Earth's history, how humans always pushed forward, no matter what stood in their way. Maybe his daughter was right. Maybe this rejection wasn't an end, but a beginning. We'll need to be careful, he said finally. Smart. Strategic. Jae-Yun nodded. The Council thinks they know humans, but they've never seen humans who have something to prove. She looked out at the stars passing by. They just gave us the one thing that humans use better than anyone else in the galaxy. What's that? Do-Won asked. Motivation, Jae-Yun said with a smile. They didn't just reject us, father. They challenged us, and humanity never backs down from a challenge. As their ship headed home to Earth, both father and daughter knew that everything was about to change. The Council thought they had contained humanity. Instead, they had just released it. 3 months after the Council's rejection, Earth was busy. Really busy. President Tahoe Park stood at his office window in New Seoul, watching ships take off into the night sky. Each one carried supplies to the growing Mars colony. His desk computer beeped with another message from Jae-yun Kim's team. Progress report. Moon base Alpha now at 200% planned size. Mars colony needs more workers. Venus atmospheric platforms ready for testing. Tahoe smiled. The Council had told Earth to stay in its solar system. They hadn't said anything about using every bit of space they had. A knock at his door made him turn. Han Gil-lee walked in, carrying a beaten-up tablet. The young engineer's white lab coat had burn marks, and his hair looked like he hadn't slept in days. But his eyes were bright with excitement. "Mr. President," Han Gil said, "we did it." Tahoe sat down quickly. "The drive works." Han Gil placed the tablet on the desk. It showed test results and engine diagrams. "Better than Works. It's faster than the Council's ships. Much faster." "How much faster?" "Their ships take 2 weeks to reach Alpha Centauri," Han Gil said with a grin. "Ours will take 2 days." Tahoe stared at the numbers. The Council had carefully controlled faster-than-light travel technology. They thought Earth's scientists would take decades to catch up. Instead, Han Gil's team had created something better in just 3 months. "How soon can we build it?" "That's the best part," Han Gil said. "We're using simple materials. Things the Council doesn't even think are important. We can make hundreds of drives within months." Tahoe pressed a button on his desk. "Jae-yun, come to my office. Now." 5 minutes later, Jae-yun arrived. She took one look at Han Gil's happy face and the test results, and her eyes went wide. "Is this real?" she asked. Han Gil nodded. "Tested it myself. Twice." Jae-yun grabbed a chair and sat down. She pulled up her own computer and started typing quickly. "We have 50 ships almost ready," she said. "Big ones. The Council thinks we're building them for solar system transport. If we put these new drives in them." She looked up at Tahoe. "We could start real colonies, beyond the solar system. The Council wouldn't be able to stop us. They couldn't even catch us." Tahoe walked to his window again. More ships were taking off, their lights making new stars in the sky. Earth had always looked up at the stars. Now they would reach them. "How many people want to join the colonies?" he asked. "Millions," Jae-yun said. "After the Council rejected us, people got angry. They want to prove we don't need the Council's permission to grow." "The ships can each carry 5,000 people," Han Gil added, "plus supplies, building materials, everything they need to start new homes." Tahoe made his decision. "Do it, but quietly. I want those ships ready to go before the Council knows what we're doing." Over the next 2 months, Earth worked in secret. The Council's watchers saw ships moving between Earth, Mars, and the Moon. They didn't know about the new drives being built in hidden factories. They didn't see the colonists' training or the supplies being gathered. They didn't know that Earth was about to change everything. On a quiet Tuesday morning, Tahoe stood in the main control room. Around him, screens showed 50 ships, all loaded and ready. Jae-yun and Han Gil stood nearby, watching the countdown. 10 seconds, the computer said. Tahoe thought about the Council's rejection, about their rules and restrictions. He thought about humanity's long dream of reaching the stars. 5 seconds. "Send the message to all ships," he said. Jae-yun pressed a button. Her voice went out to every ship captain. "The stars are waiting. Let's go make history." "Launch," Tahoe commanded. 50 ships lifted off as one. They rose past the clouds, past the watching satellites. Then, in a flash of light that lit up the sky like a new dawn, they'd vanished. Earth's empire had begun. The Council would find out soon, but by then it would be too late. Humanity was free, and they were taking their destiny into their own hands. Captain Shumai Choi knew she was breaking new ground. Her ship, the Hope Seeker, had traveled farther than any Earth vessel before. The new star system looked promising. 3 planets that might support life. Second planet scanned complete, her science officer reported. It's perfect. Clean air, fresh water, good gravity. Sume smiled. After 2 months of searching, they had found their first colony world. But as she looked at the scanned results, something caught her eye. Are those buildings? She asked, pointing to some strange shapes on the surface. Her crew looked closer at the images. Small structures dotted the planet's main continent. They were simple, but definitely not natural. Life signs detected, the science officer said. A lot of them. Should we leave? Sumai thought about Earth's first contact with the council races, how they had looked down on humans, treated them like children. She wouldn't make the same mistake. No, she said, we're going to say hello. Properly. The Hope Seeker landed in an open field near one of the larger settlements. Sumai led a small team out carrying only basic tools and translation devices. They walked slowly, hands empty and visible. The local people came out to meet them. They looked almost like tall, blue-skinned humans. They carried spears but held them pointed down, cautious but not hostile. Sumai's translator worked on their language while they made peaceful gestures. After an hour, they could talk. We are the Nadiri, their leader said. His name was Ren. Why have you come? We are from Earth, Sumai explained. We're looking for new homes, new friends. Ren's expression changed. You are not from the council. No. They rejected us. The Nadiri leaders looked at each other. Then Ren smiled, the first time Sumai had seen him do so. The council comes here too, he said. They take our resources, say we are too primitive to join them, say we must wait centuries before we can have spaceships or advanced tools. Sumai felt anger rise in her chest. The council didn't just hold back Earth, they did this to other species too. What if we could help each other? She asked. The next few days were busy. Sumai learned that the Nadiri were smart and skilled, that the council kept them from advancing. They had minerals Earth needed. Earth had technology and protection they wanted. Sumai called Earth on the special faster-than-light radio Hangil had made. President Taiho and Jai Yun listened to her report. They're offering us a deal, Sumai explained. We can build our colony here. In return, we help them develop, protect them from council interference. The council won't like that, Jai Yun said. The council isn't here, Sumai replied. We are. President Taiho thought for a moment. Make the deal, he said. But be clear, we're not here to rule them like the council does. We want partners, not servants. The agreement was simple. Earth would share technology and knowledge. The Nadiri would share their world and help build the colony. Both would defend each other if needed. As Sumai watched humans and Nadiri working together to build the first houses, she realized something important. Earth hadn't just found a colony world. They had found allies. That evening, she wrote in her captain's log, "Today we showed what humanity can really do. The council thinks power comes from keeping others down. We know it comes from lifting each other up. This is just the beginning." A month later, when the first colony ships arrived with 5,000 settlers, the Nadiri welcomed them with a feast. Humans and aliens sat together, sharing food and stories, making plans for the future. As Sumai watched, she sent a message to Earth. First colony established. But we found something better than just a new home. We found new friends. And this is only our first star system. The council had tried to keep humanity isolated. Instead, they had pushed them to explore, to reach out, to make real connections with other species. Earth's empire wouldn't be built on fear and control like the council's. It would be built on cooperation, respect, and friendship. And it was growing stronger every day. 5 years had passed since Earth's first colony ship left the solar system. Now, Commander Yongjin Kang stood on his starship bridge, watching ships move between 12 different star systems on his display screen. Another mining fleet ready in System 7, his officer reported. And the Nadiri just finished their first spaceship factory. Yongjin nodded. Earth had kept its promise to help the Nadiri grow. Now they built their own ships using Earth's designs. Their blue-skinned crews worked alongside humans throughout Earth's growing territory. His screen beeped with an incoming call. Hangil's face appeared, looking excited as usual. "Commander, the new drive tests are done," the engineer said. "They're 3 times faster than our old ones. We can reach System 12 in just 1 day now." "Good work," Yongjin said. "How many ships can we upgrade?" "All of them. I made the design simple, like always. Every shipyard in our space can build these." That was Hangil's special gift. He didn't just make new technology. He made it easy to build and use. The Council's ships were still using the same old drives they had 5 years ago. They couldn't match Earth's speed now. A warning light flashed on Yongjin's screen. "Council ship detected." His sensor officer called out. "Coming from System 3. "Show me," Yongjin ordered. The screen changed to show a Council patrol ship. It was bigger than Earth's ships, decorated with gold and silver, like all Council vessels. It was scanning Earth's territory, probably trying to figure out how humans had spread so far so fast. "Should we chase it away?" his weapons officer asked. "No," Yongjin said. "Let them look. Let them see what we've built." He called President Taiho to report the Council ship's presence. "They're getting nervous," Taiho said. "Our trading ships are faster than theirs now. Species that the Council ignored are asking to join our network. We're changing the galaxy's balance." "Is that why you approved the defense network?" Yongjin asked. "Yes. Jai Yun thinks the Council might try to stop our growth soon. We need to be ready." Yongjin looked at his display again. Hidden among the regular traffic were new defense stations. Each one could protect its entire star system. The Council didn't know about them yet. "How are the new colonies doing?" he asked. "Growing fast," Taiho replied. "The farming world in System 5 is producing food for 3 systems now. The factory planets in Systems 8 and 9 are building ships and machines faster than we expected. And the Nadiri's mineral shipments are keeping everything supplied." A second call came in, this time from Jai Yun. "Commander, we just got word from our friends in Council space," she said. "The Council is holding an emergency meeting about us. They're finally realizing we didn't stay quiet in our solar system like they wanted." Yongjin smiled. "What are they saying?" "They're angry that we found a way around their rules. They're scared because we're growing too fast. And they're worried because other species are starting to ask why Earth's territory is growing and developing while the Council keeps them limited." "Let them worry," Taiho said. "We're not breaking their laws. We're just showing there's a better way to do things." Yongjin's screen beeped again. The Council ship was leaving, heading back to report what it had seen. He wondered what they would think of Earth's progress. In 5 years, humanity had built what the Council took centuries to create. Every human colony was growing. Every friendly species was developing. Ships moved freely through Earth's space, carrying goods, people, and ideas. "Send a message to all ships and stations," Yongjin ordered. "Status report for Earth Command. All systems normal. Growth continues as planned. The future is looking bright." As he watched the Council ship disappear into faster-than-light travel, Yongjin knew things would change soon. The Council wouldn't ignore Earth's success much longer. But that was okay. Earth was ready. They had built something new, not just colonies and stations, but a whole new way for species to work together. And they would defend it, no matter what came next. Jai Yun Kim stood in Earth's new embassy on the trade world of New Hope. Around her sat representatives from 15 different species. None of them belonged to the Council. All of them wanted change. "The Council told us we were too warlike," said the rock-skinned Duran leader. "They said we were too emotional," added the floating Ayla diplomat. "Too primitive," said the tree-like Phyraxian. Jai Yun nodded. "They told Earth we were too unpredictable. But look at us now." She pressed a button, and a map filled the room. It showed Earth's territory, 12 thriving systems where humans and Nadiri worked together. "We don't want to control you like the Council does," Jai-Yun said. "We want to work together, share technology, help each other grow." "The Council won't like it," warned the Durin leader. "The Council isn't invited," Jai-Yun replied with a smile. As they talked, Min-Ho Budik worked in his lab on New Hope. The young engineer had learned from Hangil's example. Keep things simple but effective. On his screen, a new shield design took shape. His computer beeped. "Shield test 47 complete. Energy efficiency, 300% better than Council standard." Min-Ho grinned. The Council thought their shields were the best in the galaxy. They were wrong. A knock at his door made him look up. 3 alien engineers stood there, 1 Nadiri, 1 Durin, and 1 Ayla. "Ready to learn?" Min-Ho asked. They nodded eagerly. That was Earth's new way. Share knowledge, teach others, grow together. Back in the embassy, Jai-Yun was closing the deal. "If we work together, we'll be stronger than the Council," she said. "Not because we have more ships or better weapons, but because we help each other instead of holding each other back." "What do you call this new group?" asked the Ayla diplomat. "The Free Systems Alliance," Jai-Yun said. "Free to grow, free to trade, free to choose our own path." One by one, the representatives agreed. As they signed the alliance treaty, Jai-Yun sent a message to Earth. President Taeho read it and smiled. "How many species joined?" he asked. "All 15, Jai-Yun replied. "And more are asking to join." The Council didn't just reject Earth, they rejected dozens of species. Now those species want a better option. And Min-Ho's new shields. He's teaching the design to engineers from every alliance species right now. Soon all our ships will have better protection than the Council's best vessels. In his lab, Min-Ho watched the alien engineers study his shield designs. They asked smart questions, made good suggestions. Together, they were already finding ways to make the shields even better. "On my world," the Durin engineer said, "we have special crystals that could boost the shield power. Our gas clouds could help cool the systems," added the Ayla. "And our plants can repair the shield generators," said the Nadiri. Min-Ho wrote everything down. This was how humans worked. Listen to everyone, use all good ideas, make things better together. A week later, the first official Free Systems Alliance meeting was held. Ships from 15 species filled New Hope's skies. Their crews mixed together in the streets, sharing food, stories, and dreams. Jai-Yun watched from the embassy window. Earth had started this by refusing to stay quiet when the Council rejected them. Now they were building something bigger than just an Earth empire. Her computer showed a message from a Council world. More species were asking about the Alliance. They saw Alliance ships moving faster, Alliance shields working better, Alliance worlds growing stronger. "The Council says we're unpredictable," Jai-Yun said to herself. "They're right. They never could have predicted this." She looked at the happy crowds below. Humans and aliens working together, learning from each other, building a new future. The Council had tried to keep species apart, keep them weak. Earth was bringing them together, making them strong. And this was just the beginning. Commander Yongjin Kang knew this day would come. On his screen, 30 Council warships blocked the path of Earth's trading fleet. "They demand we turn back," his communications officer said. "They say this space is now closed to non-Council ships." Yongjin looked at his tactical display. The Council ships were big, heavily armed, and very shiny. They looked impressive, but looks weren't everything. "Tell our traders to stay behind us," he ordered. Then he called the other Alliance ships nearby. 6 Nadiri cruisers, 4 Durin battleships, and 3 Ayla scout ships joined his fleet. "The Council thinks they can bully us," he told the Alliance captains. "Let's show them why that's a bad idea." The Council commander's face appeared on his screen. "Turn back now," The alien said. "This space belongs to the Council. This is a free trade route," Yang Jin replied calmly. "The Alliance has permission from local systems to use it. The Council does not recognize your alliance," the alien commander said. "Leave, or we will fire." Yang Jin sighed. "Please don't do this. You won't like what happens." The Council ships fired their first warning shots. Bright energy beams lit up space. "All ships," Yang Jin called. "Shields up. Use Min Ho's new designs." The Council beams hit their shields. Nothing happened. Min Ho's shields, built with technology from all Alliance species, were far stronger than the Council expected. "Your weapons are impressive," Yang Jin said to the Council commander. "But our shields are better. Please let us pass. We don't want to fight." The Council ships fired again, this time with full power. Again, the Alliance shields held easily. "Now what?" asked the Nadiri captain. "Now we show them why the Council was wrong about us," Yang Jin said. "All ships, ready Hangil's new drive system." The Alliance ships' engines glowed bright. Using Hangil's advanced technology, they moved faster than the Council ships could track. One moment they were in front of the Council fleet. The next, they were behind it. "How did they?" the Council commander started to say. "Your ships are beautiful," Yang Jin told him. "But beauty isn't the same as strength. Last chance to let us pass peacefully." The Council commander ordered his ships to attack. But they were too slow. Alliance ships danced around them, their superior speed and shields making the Council's weapons useless. "Disable their engines," Yang Jin ordered. "Carefully. No one dies today." Precise shots from Alliance ships hit the Council vessels' engine sections. One by one, the mighty Council warships went dark, drifting in space. "All Council ships disabled," reported Yang Jin's tactical officer. "No serious damage. No casualties." Yang Jin called the Council commander again. "We'll send repair ships to help you," he said. "But remember this. The Alliance helps everyone grow stronger. The Council tries to keep everyone weak. Today showed which approach works better." As repair teams helped the Council ships, Yang Jin sent a message to Earth. President Taiho and Jai Yun read it with serious faces. "The Council will be angry," Jai Yun said. "The Council was already angry," Taiho replied. "But now they're also embarrassed. Their best ships couldn't stop our trading fleet. Other species will hear about this," Jai Yun added. "They'll see that the Council isn't as powerful as they claim." News of the battle spread fast. Across Council space, species that had been kept down for centuries began to think. They saw Alliance ships using better technology. They saw Alliance worlds growing richer. They saw Alliance species working together as equals. In his ship, Yang Jin watched the trading fleet continue its journey. Today had proved something important. The Council's power came from keeping others weak. The Alliance's power came from helping everyone grow strong. "Send a message to all Alliance ships," he ordered. "The trade route is open." The Council learned an important lesson today. And tomorrow will be even stronger. The Council had tried to stop Earth's growth by force. Instead, they had shown everyone why Earth's way was better. Hiram's song brushed dust off another ancient data crystal. The ruins on this forgotten planet had been a surprise discovery. Now, as Earth's top archaeologist, she was finding something even more surprising. The truth about the Council. "Play recording," she told her computer. A hologram appeared, an alien from a species no one had seen before. It spoke in an old language, but Hiram's computer translated. "This is our final warning. The Council must stop destroying rising civilizations. They claim to protect the galaxy, but they only protect their own power." Hiram's hands shook as she called Earth. Jai Yun's face appeared on her screen. "You need to see this," Hiram said. "All of it." 24 hours later, Jai Yun stood in the ruins with Hiram. They watched recording after recording. Each one showed the same thing, the Council's real history. They didn't start as protectors, Hiram explained. They were conquerors. When they found other species becoming strong, they didn't help them. They stopped them. Like they tried to stop us, Jayun said quietly. Exactly. But these records show more. Look at this. Hiram played another recording. It showed beautiful cities on different worlds. Then it showed those same cities destroyed. Any species that refused to obey council rules had their civilization pushed back to Stone Age level, Hiram said. The council erased their technology, their history, everything. Then pretended they were just primitive species who needed council guidance. Jayun felt sick. How many times did they do this? At least 50 times in the last 1,000 years, Hiram said. Some of those species are in our alliance now. The council told them they were too primitive for advanced technology. But really, the council had stolen their technology long ago. Jayun called an emergency alliance meeting. Representatives from all member species gathered to see the evidence. The Duran leader touched one of the data crystals gently. Our oldest stories tell of cities in the sky, he said. The council told us they were just myths. Our people once had great ships. The Ayla diplomat added. The council said we imagined them. More alliance members shared similar stories. The council hadn't just held them back. It had taken away progress their ancestors had already made. But they failed with Earth, Jayun said. They tried to contain us in our solar system. Instead, we broke free. And now we're helping others break free too. She sent the evidence to every world in council space. The council tried to block the transmission, but alliance technology was too strong, too fast. People need to know the truth, Hiram said. The council isn't protecting anyone. They're just protecting their control. The response was massive. Worlds that had always obeyed the council started asking questions. Species that thought they were naturally primitive learned their real history. My father was right, Jayun told Hiram as they watched the news reports. The day the council rejected Earth, he said maybe it was a beginning, not an end. A beginning of what? Hiram asked. Real change, Jayun replied. The council kept power by keeping everyone else weak and separate. But humans don't work that way. We grow stronger by working together. She looked at the ancient ruins around them. The council tried to bury the truth here. But they didn't count on human curiosity, on our need to dig deeper to find answers. More messages poured in from across the galaxy. Council member worlds were demanding explanations. Non-council worlds were asking to join the alliance. What happens next? Hiram asked. Jayun smiled. We keep doing what humans do best. We build. We grow. We help others do the same. And we show the galaxy that there's a better way than the council's lies. The truth was out. The council couldn't hide their real history anymore. And soon, they wouldn't be able to stop the changes coming to the galaxy. Ambassador Du-1, Kim stood once again in the council's great hall. But this time was different. Half the council seats were empty. Their owners had left to join the alliance. You spread lies, the head speaker shouted. You turned our members against us. No, Du-1 said calmly. Hiram Song found the truth. We just shared it. Around the hall, the remaining council members whispered to each other. Some looked angry. Others looked afraid. A few looked thoughtful. The council has ruled for thousands of years, the head speaker said. We keep the galaxy safe. Safe for whom? Asked a new voice. Everyone turned to look. A council member stood up, one of the oldest species. I have seen the evidence, she said. The ruins, the records. The council didn't protect the galaxy. It destroyed anyone who might become strong. Lies, the head speaker said again. Then explain why my world has stories of ancient cities we can't build anymore, another council member said. Explain why the Alliance builds better ships than us now. Explain why species you called primitive are creating technology we can't match. More council members stood up. One by one, they asked questions the head speaker couldn't answer. President Tahoe watched all this through a video link from Earth. Jia-Yun stood beside him. "The council is falling apart," she said. "Yes," Tahoe replied. "But we need to be careful. This is a dangerous time." He pressed a button, calling Commander Yongjin's fleet. "Status report. Alliance ships are protecting all member worlds," Yongjin reported. "Some council ships try to attack worlds that want to leave the council. But our shields are too strong, and our ships are too fast. They can't hurt anyone anymore." In the council hall, more members were standing up. More were asking questions. The head speaker looked smaller with each passing minute. "I have a proposal," Du-Won said. Everyone turned to listen. "Earth offers a new way," he continued. "Not control, but cooperation. Not rules that hold people back, but help to move forward. The alliance grows stronger every day because we work together." "The council's way is proven," the head speaker tried to argue. "Yes," Du-Won agreed. "Proven wrong. You rejected Earth because we were unpredictable. But look what that led to. We built something better than your empire. And now everyone can see it." A message appeared on the hall's main screen. 3 more council worlds announced they were leaving to join the alliance. "The council is finished," the first council member who had spoken said. "We must change or fade away." The head speaker tried one last time. "If you leave the council, you lose our protection." "Protection?" Du-Won asked. "The alliance has better ships, better shields, better technology. But more importantly, we have trust, real friendship, real cooperation. What protection can you offer that's better than that?" More council members stood up. More announced they were leaving. The head speaker watched helplessly as thousands of years of council power crumbled. On Earth, Tahoe and Jia-Yun watched history change. "Father was right," Jia-Yun said. "When they rejected us, it was a beginning, not an end." "The beginning of real peace," Tahoe added. "Real progress." On worlds across the galaxy, people celebrated. Species that the council had kept down for centuries were finally free to grow, to build, to reach for the stars. And in the council hall, Du-Won smiled as he sent one final message to Earth. "The revolution is complete. The council's power is broken, and humanity didn't need weapons or wars to do it. We just needed to show everyone a better way." The council had tried to keep humanity small. Instead, humanity had grown so big it changed the whole galaxy. Not through force, but through friendship. Not through control, but through cooperation. The age of the council was over. The age of the alliance had begun. 1 year after the council's collapse, the Great Hall looked very different. The rising circles of seats were full, but not with council members. Representatives from over 200 species sat together. Former council worlds, alliance members, and newly discovered civilizations. President Tahoe stood at the center platform. Behind him stood the team that had changed the galaxy. Du-Won Kim, the diplomat who never lost hope. Jia-Yun Kim, the strategist who built the alliance. Han-Gil Lee, the engineer who made their ships fly faster than anyone thought possible. Commander Yongjin Kang, who showed that strength could be gentle. Min Ho-Baek, whose shields protected them all, and Hai Rim-Song, who found the truth that set everyone free. "The old council ruled through fear," Tahoe said. "They stayed strong by keeping others weak. But humans knew a better way. Today we create something new, the Galactic Cooperative." On screens throughout the hall, the new charter appeared. It was simple, written in clear language that everyone could understand. Every species has the right to grow. Every world has the right to build. We share knowledge, not hide it. We help each other rise, not hold each other down. The Nadiri leader stood first. "We support this," he said. "Earth helped us when the council called us primitive. Now we help others." One by one, representatives stood to support the charter. Former council worlds, alliance members, even species that had just achieved spaceflight. Hiram stepped forward. As the first archive master, she said, I promise to protect all our histories. No more buried truths. No more forgotten cities. Every species will know their real past. Hangil and Minho presented their gift. Data crystals containing Earth's best technology. This knowledge belongs to everyone now, Hangil said. Together, we'll build even better things. Commander Yongjin announced that the combined fleets would protect everyone equally. Our ships don't guard borders, he said. They guard peace. They help explorers. They rescue anyone in trouble. Jia-yun smiled as she watched. The alliance she helped build had grown into something bigger than she'd imagined. Species that once feared each other now worked together. Do-won thought back to that day when the Council rejected Earth. They thought they were punishing us, he said quietly to his daughter. Instead, they set us free. Set everyone free. A huge cheer filled the hall as the last vote was counted. The Galactic Cooperative was born. After the ceremony, Taiho looked out at the stars from the hall's window. Ships of all shapes and sizes moved through space. Earth ships, Nadiri ships, former Council ships, all working together. What happens now? Someone asked. It was a young alien, one of the newly discovered species. Now, Taiho smiled. Now we do what humans do best. We explore, we build, we grow, but not alone. Together, all of us. On planets across the galaxy, people celebrated. Species that had been enemies for centuries now shared technology, shared resources, shared dreams. The Council's walls had come down. The galaxy was open to everyone. Back on Earth, in the same room where he first suggested building their own empire, Taiho met with his team one last time as Earth's president. Tomorrow, I become just one voice in the cooperative, he said, equal with all others. That's how it should be. Equal but special, Jia-yun said. Earth showed everyone a new way. The humans have a saying. The Nadiri ambassador added, a rising tide lifts all boats. Exactly, Taiho said. The Council tried to hold the tide back. We let it rise. And look what happened. Everyone rose with us. As night fell on Earth, ships from 100 worlds lit up the sky. Each one carried people coming to learn, to trade, to build friendships. The Council had banned Earth, thinking it would keep humanity small. Instead, that ban had pushed humanity to show the galaxy a better way. Not an empire of control, but a cooperative of equals. Not power through fear, but strength through friendship. The stars weren't just lights in the sky anymore. They were the homes of friends, partners, allies. And together, they would build a future brighter than any single species could have built alone.